G'day everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm RaidzeroAU and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival in Alpha 10 Experimental. In fact, it's 10.0.1. I did a small patch just to fix some of the bugs, and I think it might have fixed the issue with picking things up from water. I haven't tested it yet. So we're in the process of getting ourselves a hover vessel. I'm just going to get rid of you because you're going to be a problem otherwise. And with that in mind, what I've done is I've made a few things in here. I've also got some stuff up here. But we are short on silicon, and the main reason being, if we go back out here, you'll see on the right hand side there the list of things. Craft hover thrusters. It's got 2 of 3. Well, sorry, there are 3 in there, so I need to craft another one. But, as was pointed out in the comments, these do not work on water, which is fine if you've got a planet which doesn't have a lot of water. Could be a bit of an issue. So, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to head towards getting ourselves these ones here, not these ones, these ones here. I am going to craft one more of those. I'm going to leave this open up. Only thing I can think of that stopped it from registering one of those hover thrusters is maybe if one crafted while I slept. Maybe that didn't. Alright, so we don't have enough stuff here. We need more silicon. That's what we're going to need to be going and grabbing. Okay, so hopefully, there we go. That's now. So we're not actually going to use those at all. Basically, we're going to go for the normal thrusters so we can use it on water. Still, it's not too hard to do that, but it does mean we have to head out and about, grab some silicon. I have already been out and grabbed some copper and some iron. We haven't grabbed any silicon yet. Alright, here we are. Up. Alright, so we're going to use our tool here. We want to find where the closest point is, which is about there. And then just back it up a bit. And get out your drone with F5. And then take that off of that and put it on resource drilling, and you'll see the circle there. Now this does have a fairly small range on it, but it does dig through decently enough. Probably a bit definitely a bit faster than the old tier 1 drill, I would say. And I just tend to drill straight down through the middle of it until I find the bottom, and then start drilling the sides out. You see there, stops drilling if you get too far away from it. So there's the bottom. Dig that out a bit so we can see it. We'll just dig out the sides. We need this for optical cable. And we need optical cable to make the hover engines. And also the thrusters, because if we're not using the hover thrusters, we're going to need to put in our own thrusters, otherwise we ain't going nowhere. We'll grab a bit of this. 123. All right. That's the direction we're going. After that. And the other thing is I have... Oh! Hang on a minute. Let me just deal with this dude here. Come here. Come here. One thing I'd forgotten to do, which I have now done, is actually switched on this little base here. And to do that, you just look at it and press Y. But you'll see the light there turn off and then turn on. Now this is only powered by solar. So we haven't got a lot of power, but it's enough. Alright, put you over. You can all go over. Right, let's have a look here. So we're going to want 4 of these. And then we're going to want we need at least 8 of those. And I'll try for 10. Really? These bugs are being a nuisance at the moment. Okay, so when are we going to build this? I think I'll just do it over here. Right, so we'll drop that down. First thing is we want to put our starter block down. Arrow is always facing towards the front. Next thing I want to do, now this is going to be a very basic build. This is not going to be a looker. This is more about utility at this point and just giving us freedom of movement more than anything else. Right, we want a cockpit, and I think I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, that'll do. Then what I can do is I can put down what do we want to use? You there? You there? There's a couple of those. But if I 250, 250, there's not a lot. This is not going to give us a lot of like storage space. Okay, and then we're going to need to put in. Let's grab you. Need to grab, put in a generator. I can just go like that. By a fuel tank. Which, yeah, I don't want to make it too big, this thing. But that should be okay. We'll put that in there. We do want some, we want the small constructor. Yep, you can just go there. A couple of lights on the front. We definitely need an RCS. You need the RCS to be able to turn. I'm almost thinking about making another one. So we can fill those spots in there. Put one there, one there. Still just making these. We can go over. We've got some blocks here. And clay. Alright. And start to look at those. Let's put in another RCS. And one other thing that I want to look at is under the hover vessel. We've got 120 points here, so we're doing alright. Remembering that we are on fast progression, so once this becomes a stable build, I will change that. So it must be under miscellaneous. Wireless connection. We want the wireless connection. Alright, so we've got that queued up. We now want a wireless connection as well, but we can't do that in here. Oh, really? Seriously? These guys. Okay, so they're at the front here. What I'm going to do is we'll bring those down. There. And we've got, this is all changed here, you'll see through the different things. Let's see. There. I'm almost just inclined to change that one. Bit unfortunate because we will lose right on this side before we change the other one. Now it is that one we're after, and we want to look it up. It goes like so. And then we want, where's the corner pieces? Some ramps. What's the corner piece for this? I want the slice corner, I just want the normal corner. My eyesight is failing me. Corners and connectors. There we go. Now we want so much to choose from now. Not half corner. That one. And then we can bring that one like so. Not too worried about, this is not designed to go into any form of combat whatsoever. Right, let's go back to that one. And that one. It's going to take a little bit of time getting used to this because of the new shapes and the new design of this interface, but we will get there. That one. In fact, do I want to put in that one instead? I think I do. I do want to put that one in. Sort of like that. Open air, but that's okay. And then what we need, probably use, oop, push myself forward. Just want a normal block here. Just want to bring this back to there. Yep, that'll do. Because if we get attacked by anything, this thing's not going to last at all. I can tell you that now. Well, I've got some thrusters here. Right, let's look at the hover engines. What we want to do is we want to place these there, there, there. Come on, why won't you place there? And there. Yep. Right, did we grab some? Yes, we did. Thrusters. First of all, we want 2 at the front. Two forward-facing ones. Probably get away with 1, but do so. Do that. Still just waiting for our last RCS there. We'll grab those ones. We'll pop those ones there. We'll pop another one in the middle there. Remembering the RCS is going to go in here. And then I think what we'll do, come up here. They should be going straight out that way, I think. Be wrong. In fact, no, I'm not happy with that. Don't get really any salvage out of those. So we're gonna, I only need 1 more. This one can go in here. There's a bit of a block, but should be okay. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll just put a single light at the front here. Get rid of that, and that can be a single light. Forward, back. Now the only question is, How is this going to go with fuel? Let's have a look. Main, manage the fuel there. Let's take half of it. 18%. This gives us 18%. We can click this on. Right, we've completed that chapter of vessels. So power usage. Okay. Okay. Gotta probably come up with the next one now. Basic building activation. Okay. Now press V to go out to the outside view. Tap the Alt button, and that gives you free view. And then basically we can have a look around at our. Raise it up a bit. Have a good look at it. Alright, so not pretty, but it should get us about. Okay, that works. That's the main thing. Where are we going here? Alright, main thing is the RCS and the light. And we can put docking things on it. Right, let's stick that light in. And what we want is horizontal. So, it gives a bit of light. The extra RCS can go in here just for maneuverability. And what we could do is, do we want to block that off? Probably not, to be honest. Why put that there? It really matter. Right. What we could do, and this is just on a pure whim, we could probably put some outriggers on it, just so that those aren't just sitting there, they look as though they're actually attached to something. Something like that. That makes it look like they're actually attached to the vehicle, rather than just hanging there on the side. But we're very vulnerable. Alright, so then what we want to do is turn it on. And what's our hover height? 0.8 of a metre. We'll bring it up a little bit more. Jump out of it. No, a little bit, needs to go up a bit higher than that. Just a little bit more. Better. Alright, we can bring these along. I'm thinking we probably only want one, two, three. Probably only want 3 of those. Put those in there. We've got 3 extra thrusters there. We've got a little bit more fuel here. Right. Let's go and try this thing out. But the one thing we don't have is a detector. We do have our own detector. So raise this up to 3 meters. we have got something over in this direction. Now this should work. Should. Yep. Is that what that is? Surely not. It's going to be quite a little bit unstable. I won't say quite unstable. It's going to be a little bit unstable because it's only a very quick build to get us going. Alright, so there's something over here. It's more wreckage. Well, let's go check that out. Hardened steel plate. I'll take it. Only the one thing here. Yep. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, wrong button. Whoa. Oh, stop it. What I want to do is keep accessing the cargo. I'll probably remember to bring it down a little bit. Right, what we got up here? What am I facing? Don't know. Don't know what's over here. Go and find out. We can now zip across the water. Oop. Okay, another copper deposit. Another iron deposit. Okay. So nothing else is really showing up. That's okay. The main thing was getting this working so that we were more mobile. Oh, that's what the spider's nest looks like. Okay. Assuming we need to clear those out. What if we get anything decent for it? Or whether it's just one of those things that you want to clear them out just to get rid of the spiders, maybe. Okay, good. So that works. Back here, we can just drop it down a bit. Turned off. Okay, so the main reason that I've put in the constructor on that is because if I use this for mining, what I can do is I can put the ore into one of these cargo boxes and get it to craft them into the ore into ingots, which weigh less. So that's certainly going to help. Now, you can go in there. Next thing we're going to want to do, we're going to want to make... Did I unlock it? This is for the base. Spore constructor. Okay, we're going to want to make a small constructor. Let's go here. Small constructor. We need one of those. And probably at least a... one cargo box. Thinking about that. Let's do 2 cargo boxes just to make it easier. Could make a few more solar panels, I suppose, as well. What are we going for power here? 1%. Not a lot. No, where are you? Let's turn our light on. I hear you. There you are. I'm not having you sneak up on me. You guys have a tendency to do. You do announce yourself, but it's easy to ignore them. Can we make the small? Just take glass plates, which uses up, glass plates use up a lot of silicon. Now all this spoiled food, we will make use of that. These are all just like the some of the stuff we were gathering early on. It's just spoiled. We can use that to make fertilizer. Alright, we've got our small constructor. Doing that. And I'm hearing you creep up on me again. Go away. They just can't help themselves. Okay. Small constructor. Now, if I put it there, I'm not going to be able to upgrade it, am I? Alright, let's make sure we put it in a place where we should be able to... Yeah. Right. Just the way this place has been made just makes it a little bit... Ah, that is so many hit points. Makes it a little bit more difficult. That's okay. Alright, let's just pop it in there. The reason being, if we tried to upgrade that, it would... Look at all these options we've got here now. Volume 16, 16, 8, 16. These can go over here. Okay. And what we'll do is this can be container large 1, that can be container large for output. And in here we should be able to make some other stuff. So especially on this side of things, we want a detector and we want the wireless connector. So now we want to just bring in some stuff from here. Particular, I'm going to bring everything in. Bring half of that in because I'm going to set that to make some more biofuel. You can come, you. Anything involved with actual okay. I've just noticed my volume is not working. That's something I'm going to need to check. One. I shouldn't be able to carry all of that. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to have to look at in between videos. Apologies for that, guys. It shouldn't be working that way. Alright, we definitely want a wireless connector and we want a detector. We also have the ability to make bigger thrusters now if we wanted to. Also, we should now have the ability to make ourselves an assault rifle. So we did pick up a... Can we pick up a gun? Can I put it in here? Yes. Pulse rifle. But we can now make the projectile rifle round, which is what is now required for that. Okay, let's go in and make, what is it, 50 output. Start off with 500. In fact, let's make it 1,000 for a good even number. And we want, now we need to come over here and grab the stuff from here. Come back over to this. And I'm going to put this. Need the wireless connector. I'll buy that. I'll do. Yeah, it's ugly, but you know what? It'll work. All that matters. Alright, good. And then in here, we should now have a few projectile rounds. Go there, there, and there. In fact, you can go there and there. Now we've got a pulse rifle we can now use. So we're starting to get a little bit better equipped. Now, one of the other things we're going to need to make at some stage is an EVA boost, but we need a gold ingot for that, so we'll have to work on that. The other thing we could make is one of those. And this is the harvester module. And we can use that if we stick that on the front. It doesn't have to stay there all the time, but basically it's, with the early ones, it's a good idea to stick one of those on the front here. And in fact, what we could do is just salvage that. Now, can we get F4? Got any blocks in there? What do I do with the blocks? Do I leave them in here? Yes. Alright, we'll just grab those blocks. I'm just going to change that one just to a square. Go and store this in here. You can go in there, you can come down. Almost done. And we just want this. The only thing I'm not sure is I haven't got the ore or wood container controller, so I'm thinking that probably will just put it into the cargo boxes, maybe? Guess we'll find out. I've not tried it with normal cargo boxes again. So We used to have a specific cargo box. Just come back to hover vessel here. Just have a look. Medic station would be nice. Should be able to get that. Cargo boxes. And then there's this ore and wood controller. Now, do we need to use that, or can we use the cargo boxes? That is the question. About to find out. Alright, you can come over and we will grab you. Take you out. And then that just hooks onto the front here. So now it might be a bit front heavy with that on. Let's have a look. No, it seems okay. Right, and then what you can then do with this is, as you're out and about, left mouse click, harvest box missing. Okay, so that tells us all we need to know. Yep. Will be ejected. So we don't have a choice. We have to put in one of those harvest boxes. Guess we can put that next to the wireless connector. Guess we could do that. Alright, just turn the power off. A bit annoying though. So go back in here. So that's the one. Volume capacity 125. How much is that going to let me? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And come back in here. Add power. You see the power's flickering? That's because we've run out of power. We might have to try this in the next episode. But we also want to get out and about in the next episode. So I'm thinking that basically, probably along the sides here, like in between these, I could probably put a couple of, I could put the controller and I could probably just, where that blue one is, mine all the way through. When I say mine, what I mean is come down here with this. That's where, is that going to be the, so with it, the core's here. Okay. So this should be okay. And then do that all the way through there, and then in the middle put the ore controller followed by a cargo extender on each side, and see how we go there. It might not be too bad. And the idea will be that we'll be able to get out, harvest some of the trees, grab the wood from it. The wood can then be used by the small constructor or the mobile constructor, to make biofuel, which in turn can be used to power the whole thing. So in a way, it's self-sufficient. That's the thought, anyway. So, but gonna have to wait for morning to do that. So we've got power. I might go out and about and do a bit more mining as well, a little bit more silicon. If we could get a couple more solar panels on this thing, it might not be too bad. But I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm RaidzeroAU, signing out.